Nah, ain't no money like free money. Because if you're betting against us, you're making a lot of free money. Oh, Nick Whitmer.
Oof.
I've
Oof.
seen I've seen car accidents and back alley abortions combined together do better than I did last week. 6-14. 6-14. Oh, that hurts so badly on Christmas Eve. At Christmas Day. I mean, I know you had a better week. I think you already said you're 8-7, but we are going to right the ship. So let's kick it off with a bang.
Yeah, it was tough weeks. 7-6 miraculously hit a pretty decent parlay, so I was in the black. But um, every contest I was in, every pick 'em pool, I got fucking slaughtered. So it was just even though I finished slightly above 500, it wasn't a fun week at all.
Oh, I
So we'll
forgot
kick it
7 wins.
off.
I forgot the McCaffrey parlay that you had.
Yeah, that was good. That was the big one. We had anytime touchdown parlay, McCaffrey, Mostert, and Hurts.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. So we'll start with Thursday Night Football. The New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. Browns are laying 7 with a total of 33 and a half. Do you have any? I mean,
Mm,
I have some props for this one, but I don't decide. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we both teased this, right? You
we
opened this. What do we
sure
got?
did. Oh, buddy. Look, if I lose to Trevor goddamn fucking Simeon on Thursday night, well, you know what? It's probably time just to quit gambling then. I have teased the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns down to -1.5 with the Dallas Cowboys down to half a point, as well as again teasing Cleveland to -1.5, pairing it with the Kansas City Chiefs down to -1. If these dog dick teams can't pull themselves out of this tailspin, well, you know what? Allah Akbar and then holy war should be involved and on these cities for losing these teams, for losing these games. I think these are can't lose games for either. I mean, listen, Cleveland's gonna make the playoffs if they can't beat the Jets at home with Trevor goddamn Simeon and the Chiefs after losing another one at home again against Cincinnati, who got smoked with their season damn near. Are they on the line yet? I don't know. This is it. This is it. And then yeah, okay. So I have those two teasers: Cleveland -1.5 with Dallas and KC -1. And the one I think that I love this one. I've been betting for the last few weeks and it's been hitting because every single week, just like I don't know, Wes Anderson film stinking for me. Joe Flacco has thrown an interception. And I'm betting him again. I laid a lot of lumber to do it, and I don't care because it's like betting on the sun to rise tomorrow, -200. Ugh. But again, every single week against a top 5 pass defense, you know it's coming. Now he doesn't have Amari Cooper on his wings, so that's where we stand. And I threw together a little itty bitty parlay: Cleveland money line, Njoku alt line, 25-yard receiving yards, anytime touchdown, and a Flacco INT +250.
Nice. I threw some props in as well. I agree the Browns are the side. I actually have the exact same teaser with Dallas, Cleveland and Dallas. Um, I did two interesting props, just kind of like thinking if one hits, they both cover because of the plus money indications here. But the New York Jets defensive anytime touchdown is +1,000. The Cleveland
Wow.
Browns defense anytime touchdown is +600. I bet them both. I feel like one of these defenses is going to score tonight with Flacco and Simeon both in. Both are turnover prone. Both are well, Flacco's more aggressive. But Simeon it does not is not good. And yeah, these defenses are both good. They're both opportunistic. So I like both of those. I also took Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown +220. Tyler Conklin over 3.5 receiving receptions +108, and Joe Flacco over 1.5 touchdown passes +144. Now I did bet that before Amari Cooper was announced out, so don't love that anymore, but I can't buy out of it because fuck you, FanDuel. Um,
Yeah, that's the one thing I
but
think
that
about
is
FanDuel. They got great numbers.
yeah.
Forgot to give you a couple of numbers. Cleveland 6-2, their last 8 against the spread and straight up of late, and they are 5-0 against the spread. Their last 5 at home. Jets 1-7 ATS. Their last 8, 2-9 straight up on the road. Their last 11.
Gotcha. On to Saturday, the only Saturday game. It's currently the Detroit Lions at the Dallas Cowboys, currently minus 5.5, is what I was trying to say. Total of 52. Um, as mentioned before, we teased this that when it was Dallas 6.5. It's just a bad spot for the Lions. I mean, they just put on hats and t-shirts celebrating, and now they have to go play this Dallas team who's coming off two losses. This number went all the way down to 4.5, and then it went back up to 5.5. So it's kind of odd. I would assume the sharps would have bet on the Cowboys, but it kept going under, kept getting smaller. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just like the teaser. I like Dallas to win this game, but I don't know if I'm going to lay that 5.5 or 6 at this point. The total's intriguing, but I heard at the line today, and I can't find the number, but totals over 50 the last, like, I think it was 5 years, or like 38% against the spread, to the under, I should say. So
I
if
think
you
I
have
said
the
that too,
over, you're
right?
only hitting about 38%. Was that your line? Yes, sorry. So any total over 50 is kind of a hard one to go over, but I would lean over. But that's all I got on this one.
16, 8-1 to the under when the line is 50 or greater. So there you have it. Like I said, I teased Dallas. The over is gone. The over is hitting Detroit's last 6 out of 7 and 4 out of 5 on the road. Dallas, 8 out of 10 have gone over against Detroit. Dallas, by the way, 15-0 straight up at home of late. 15-0. Let that sink in. You nailed it. Detroit's playing for virtually nothing. Can they improve on seeding? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. But here's something I thought was interesting. Dallas has 13 team interceptions. Jared Goff, although he's thrown 10 all year, 5 against the Bears. Other teams have scouted it out. I think Dallas gets a pick, and I think that, so I have Jared Goff to throw an interception. I also have Dallas team total over 28.5 points because they have yet to go under 30 while at home this year, and the Detroit defense is stinky goddamn poo. So Dallas
I
team total
might
over
join you
20 and a
there.
half.
What was that number you got?
I got a 28.5 on FanDuel not even half an hour ago.
All right, I'm gonna go look as you wrap that up, because I think that's
Yeah.
a very smart play there. The
Thank
Lions
you.
defense is not great. And oh yeah, Dallas is still 4.5 on that's crazy.
Weird
Um
number.
on FanDuel, yeah.
I also teased the over down to 46.5 for that reason of that before. I paired it with the Green Bay Packers over 39. I did this the other day before Nick Mullins was benched today, Thursday, as we tape this. So hopefully that doesn't screw me, because 39, I mean, that's achievable, I think, with Green Bay's airing it out. And I think, I don't know who's going to be for the Vikings, but Christ, that Green Bay secondary, Jair Alexander suspended because he can't figure out which way to call a coin toss, and not even a captain while crashing the coin toss. So Dallas over 46.5, tees with Green Bay over 39. And also Dallas team total over 28.5. I think I'm going to throw a little bit more on that, as well as Jared Goff to throw an interception.
Nice. I am firing that team total over 28.5 is currently still that on
As
FanDuel.
ACDC, you would say, fire.
Sunday slate, 1 or 1 p.m. The Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens -3, total 47. I don't know, man. I literally have nothing.
I've heard very different opinions on this. The big one
Yeah.
being Lamar over 3 points as a favorite is something astronomically terrible.
Not a
So
good spot for them either. It's a bad spot off that huge win, and then Miami needs it, but Miami can't beat anybody good. And
no Jalen Waddle either.
yeah, it's just like there's just nothing really here to for me to jump on either side. So we can move on unless you got any fantasy plays or anything like that.
Nope. Next.
San Francisco 49ers at the Washington Commanders. Commanders getting 12.5, total of 50.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I kind of lean Commanders because I really like Brissett in there, but 49ers are going to maybe be in fuck you mode. I guess I have to see on Niners injuries too, because if Trent Williams does miss, then I definitely will like Washington. But yeah, I mean, Washington's defense stinks. So, I don't know, maybe over.
I think you're insane. I have, well, first of all, I'm going to bet because it got bumped up on the alt line. I'm going to take the San Fran team total over, but I'm not laying more than 31.5. That's donkey. I'm going to go on the alt line and get it in a little bit when the
27.5, maybe something like that. And
something like that. Yeah, I'll be paying through the tits though. That's going to be insane.
yeah.
Look, this is the worst time for Washington to face them after they just got boat raced Monday night. Plus the Shanahans for Kyle Shanahan for his dad hates Washington. You don't think they're going to blow them out? And every time you tell me, Nick, that like, I lean Washington. Why? They get smoked. San Fran 6-2 straight up the last 8 against Washington. San Fran 4-1 against the spread on the road. 6-2, like I said, against Washington of late. Washington 0-6 their last 6 straight up. 1-4 against the spread. 0-5 straight up at home. Why would you want to ever think they're going to hold a candle to them? Unless
Jacoby Brissett has looked amazing. The problem has been their offense and defense were both bad at different times. At the beginning of the season, the offense was doing great. And then towards the end of the year, the offensive stunk and vice versa. But my point is that we have Jacoby Brissett. And last week, as soon as he walked on the field, I fired in Commanders plus 16.5, the easiest bet I had all week. Didn't have to sweat that at all. I was kicking myself for not taking the money line, and then the Jets ended up winning, so I was actually happy about that.
Right.
But the Commanders with Brissett are actually a team that can move the ball and put up points. San Francisco, I mean, they're injured and they're on the road, but yeah, I get what you mean. The Shanahans hate the Commanders. I just wonder how much of that was Daniel Snyder, and he doesn't own the team anymore. So now they just hate the laundry they're wearing. I don't know.
I think I'm not touching this side, but I'm just trying to save you anguish because I'm pretty sure about 2:30 on Sunday I'll get a text going, I took the Commanders like I always do when you take Washington. I took the Commanders and god damn it anyway, it's 30-7 already in the second quarter. I'm like, I fucking told you. So I would.
I mean, I haven't bet it, but I'm leaning that way. If Trent Williams is out, I might fire it in, and I will be texting you at 2:30, going, "Why the fuck did I do this?"
I have San Fran as part of a 5-way money line parlay: Philly, Buffalo, Niners, Cleveland, KC.
All right.
I took out Jacksonville. I did have Jacksonville.
Yeah, you can't trust Jacksonville.
No,
you can't. They stink. I actually think the other side might be the money line play Panthers.
Right.
But we'll get there. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts minus 3.5 with a total of 43.5. Yeah, nothing. I got another thing.
I lean over. I mean, nothing. But yeah, I'm not going nuts on this one. Nor do I probably give 2 shits. Do I have any numbers here for you on that? Colts 5 out of 6 over against Vegas of late. Colts 7 out of 8 have gone over at home. Raiders have gone under though 10 out of their last 13. You may want to look at the Colts team total over. But I mean, Raiders defense playing all right. I don't know. I think the Colts, so they put up points. They lost last week. They lost on the road. But when they're home, they put up points. So that may be something to keep your eye on. In fact, I'm going to write that down right now. Colts.
That is a good note. I'm jotting that down as well to keep an eye on.
Right.
Anything else on that one before we move on?
Negative, Ghost Rider. The tower is clear.
Hey, Los Angeles Rams at the New York Football Giants. Your New York Football Giants.
Yep.
Giants are currently getting 5.5, total of 44. When this was 6.5, you and I both were like, no brainer. Give me the Giants, right? You're on it too?
Nope.
Or no?
Nope.
You don't know. I took the Giants plus 6.5 with Tyrod. They're a very competitive team. Stafford struggles against the blitz. That's what Martindale likes to do. I think the Rams defense you can run on. So maybe look at Saquon yards. Yeah, I just think the Giants keep it close. I think especially with Tyrod, they actually have an NFL quarterback in there. And the Rams defense isn't really that good at keeping anybody. Some people I've heard like the first half over. And the Rams team total over. I haven't really considered either yet. Nothing really jumping out at me in those two, but I am hearing some over stuff. But other than that, just give me the Giants in the 6.5. 5.5, I don't like it. You got to get at least the key number of 6.
Giants. Oh, actually, let me jump into this. Cold cash. Quarterback Matt Stafford. He has scored at least 22.5 points, 5 straight games. The Giants let bum-ass Derek Carr And then Jalen Hurts to score at least 25.4 fantasy points in the last 2 games. What do the Giants not do well? Stop the run. What do the Rams do very well? Run. Rams are 5-0 against the spread their last 5-1 straight up. Although they are 2-9 against the spread against the Giants, like I said, against the spread the last 11. Giants are playing it tight. I understand you're 6.5. They are 4-1 of late against the spread. The Giants are. I've seen this movie before. Where they get all fired up and then Look, I'm not knocking your play. I teased the Rams down to, because it was 5.5. I got them to like plus half a point with the Saints catching 8.5 against Tampa Bay. Can they keep it close? Yes. If they get blown out, would that surprise me? No, because the Rams need the game, and that's why I'm not laying the wood. In fact, I'm going to hit the Rams money line a little later as well. But that ship is set sail for the Giants with the right number. 6.5. I hear you on, but I can't jump on now. So it's Rams money line, and then as well as a teaser and the money line. No, I'm sorry, I don't have the money line parlay. It's a 5-teamer.
Yeah, Rams are hot right now, but I think the Giants are too, actually. So I think both teams are playing motivated. You said it, 4-1 against the spread the last 5. I mean,
they were fortuitous with those. Again, as I watched the game, I'm sure you did too. Fortuitous with the Eagles. They had a pick 6 and then a bomb touchdown and didn't do shit after that.
Yeah, that's true. But Tyrod, when he's in there, he's been like the Buffalo game is a good example. He doesn't have to do much. He can just manage the game and not fuck up and make plays. The problem is DeVito was making plays for a brief period of time, but not anymore. So anyway, the New England Patriots are at the Buffalo Bills. Bills laying 13, total 40. Yeah, man. I mean, I like the Bills in this matchup. I just think 13's a lot. Maybe 11.5 I'd be interested, but 13 is just a lot. The 40 looks like it could be good as an underplay, but you never know when the Bills will just score 40 by themselves. But the Patriots defense is much better. I think Allen will, move the ball, but I don't think he's gonna like light it up. So I don't know. Not a lot of here. Do you have any plays, any bets, anything?
I don't, but this is going to maybe shy you away. Bills are 0-7 against the spread as a double-digit favorite. Back to last season.
Yeah.
That's scary. 6-2 straight up, 5-3 against the spread with an average cover margin.
Last week didn't cover either. They were
no.
Yeah.
Our assholes were puckered up for a 10-point teaser because they kept turning the goddamn ball over in their own zone.
I lost mine because I hit it when it was Bills 12.5, so I got -2.5, and they won by 2, of course. Oh. So yeah. That's why my teasers have been yuck this year, but whatever, what are you gonna do? I actually had another teaser, I think. I haven't gotten there yet. Got it. So we are now on to the New England Patriots at the Houston Texans. Texans laying 4, total of 44. Yeah, again, geez, these numbers. I just don't really like anything here. I lean Texans, but 4 seems high. I can't trust the Titans right now. Injuries, Tannehill I don't even know who's playing quarterback for them, so pass.
Hot trash player of the week, Derrick Henry, $6,900. Why would you spend that much for a guy who has the last time they played the Texans? What did he do? Nick Whitmer. He had 4 catches for 1 fucking yard. He had 16 carries for 9 yards. I have not been this disappointed in a black man since I heard Shaquille O'Neal just had an average size penis.
Yeah, but average size for him is still like
no
12.5.
It was average period was what I heard.
Oh,
don't ask my sources. They're that's the rule in the rest.
Is it your tonsils?
No, that was his ex-wife, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm out there internet.
Well, ex-wives always have an axe to grind,
They do, but other people have come out there and said that he's not packing what a 7'6" black guy should have. But hey, you know what? He's got $800 million in the bank and a lot of Papa John's franchises, so he's doing better than that.
Yeah. Who cares? He's fine. What are we doing here? We are that the Arizona Cardinals are at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles -11, total 48.5. I've never seen a slate where I've had less opinions when I saw a game. I'm like, I don't know. Eagles aren't covering big spreads. The Cardinals are bad. Then you have the coaching familiarity with Gannon and going back to the Philly. I don't know. You got anything?
I do know that Phillies has. Let me get this number for you. They are, by the way. Njoku just caught a big catch, so he might have gone over my over passing yards already.
Oh shit, I forgot to turn it on.
Kyler as a road dog is 15-6-1. Philly 1-4 against the spread is a double-digit favorite. And in the last couple of years, they've only won two games, excuse me, by double digits. Turn it on mute, God damn it! This is a professional podcast.
I literally just boom.
Yeah.
Okay, we're muted.
The one play I went and I looked at it, but the price is egregious. Trey McBride, the Eagles are trash against the tight end. Trash. His numbers though are so heavily skewed, it is almost impossible to bet that and not lay an arm and a leg. The Philly's been letting up on average 6 catches to tight ends of late. The number is 6.5. So you may just want to hit him on the yards, or even going. The alt line is not cheap either. But I mean, do I want to bet Kyler Murray on the road against Philly? Not really. Pass.
Yeah. I think a lot of those ATS wins for Kyler were his rookie year when they were dogs, but they overachieved their schedule.
Right.
Because I mean, like this season, I mean, what are Arizona against the spread? Like, is that another big catch by Njoku?
Sure is.
Wow.
We're getting there. And by
Yep.
the way, he almost threw a pick. It just went over the guy's hands by, I don't know, not that much. So he almost cashed that puppy in the first 3 minutes of the game.
And we have the New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Bucks. Bucks laying 2.5, total 43. Now that it's 2.5, I think I might be on the Bucks. I know it's a public play, but I just don't trust the Saints. I don't trust Derek Carr. I don't trust this team in big spots. I know the sharps are going to be on the Saints. I know the Saints are the sharp play, and I understand all that. But I just think Tampa Bay is just hot right now, and the Saints are just bad when it matters most. Like a lot of these points the Saints have scored are in the fourth quarter. You know, like is that a touchdown?
Yep.
Pass?
Yes, to Ford.
Nice. Beautiful. That's I just need one more from Flacco and that prop hits. But yeah, I got nothing. I might hit Tampa Bay minus 2.5. What do you got?
I have the teaser to plus 8.5, and here's something that's gonna hit you right between the eyes, gangster style, as one had said before. That would be the Saints. I lost it, but here you go. Baker is a favorite. Ready for this? 13-25.
Right.
Not good.
That's back. That's in another team though, another franchise. You know, this season.
Well, go look at his numbers this year. He's still not killing as a favorite. The Saints are 5-0 against the spread in Tampa Bay. That's big.
Yeah.
That's very big. 8-3 their last 11 against Tampa Bay overall. The one thing that scares me, there is no Lattimore, and he owns Mike Evans. Owns him. So that's one thing that puts it off. Tampa Bay 7-2 of late against the spread. Saints 1-4 against the spread. But I'm going to play the 5-0 against the spread when playing in Tampa Bay. I got it to 8.5. So again, I would hope that they keep it within one touchdown, but we've seen how these long teasers have worked out for me this last month. So
right.
who knows? Go show up your ass, Kevin. Probably. But I also have that, like I said, here with the Rams. So that's what I've got.
The Atlanta Falcons at the Chicago Bears. Bears laying 3, total 38. Falcons are another sharp play this week. Everybody's talking about the Falcons, this, that, and the other. Again, it reminds me, it's like the Saints. Both of these are just similar games where I'm like, aren't the Bears playing really well right now? And aren't the Falcons literally terrible and just got a win last week? And that's like the first time they've looked good in a month. So now we're supposed to believe that Atlanta just turned it around and are back to being effective again. Maybe they're right. I mean, I've been dog shit the last month and a half, and I've had these picks like we had them on the show. I mean, San Francisco was one of them last week. The week before that was Denver, where I heard all the sharps are on this side, and I just didn't understand it, and I faded them, and I've lost every single time the last month or so. So these are both two games that like I don't understand why the Saints and I don't understand why the Falcons are on these sharps radar, but that's what they like, and I'm just gonna stay away, I think.
I don't know. Atlanta 4-10 against the spread. Their last 14, 1-4 against the spread in Chicago. 5-11 straight up in Chicago against Chicago. Excuse me. They are 2-11. Falcons are on the road straight up. Bears 4-1 straight up at home. We don't listen. Dome team outside. Is it going to be a little bit
Dome
of
team
weather?
outside, right? That's
Yeah,
another one. Taylor Heineke on the road.
getting
That's, I mean,
doing a lot of
what are we?
picks.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Why is everybody loving the fucking Falcons? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know, and I think if it doesn't get below 3, I think I'm going to hit the money line because you exactly explain it to me. They're getting turnovers.
Ooh,
They stink outside the area, outside the dome. Oh,
maybe I'll
good.
do a little Tampa Bay Chicago money line parlay. Hmm. Those two favorites I'm afraid to take on the number. Maybe I just take them both to win.
Okay. Not crazy. Not
Talking
hating it.
myself into it.
Okay. Why don't you talk yourself with your fingers right into that app?
Uh, I'll move on to the next game. The Carolina Panthers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars laying 6, total of 38. Do you want to start this one while I look up this bet here?
Carolina's 4-2 against the spread against Jacksonville, 4-1 straight up. Jacksonville 1-4 against the spread their last 5. We know they stink at home. Now you're going to get up a banged up, and this stinks because I have him on the futures. Is Trevor Lawrence getting the playoffs and all that? But he has an AC joint sprain. That is not good. That is what didn't Richardson the Colts have that and knocked
Right,
him
yeah.
out. He hasn't practiced all week. I just checked today. I wanted to say, you know what? Let's just tease the Jags down. You think they're going to win? I think they're going to win. But you know what's nice? Having 6 points in your pocket. I have the Carolina Panthers +6.
I do too. I love them at +6. I've been on them we both been on them, right? You were on them last week with Carolina or with
I didn't have
Green
them
Bay?
last week. No.
I've had them the last 4 weeks, I think, and it's like I like the way they're playing. I like the way that they're in games, that they're like figuring themselves out. Young is starting to move the ball, and like the
Correction.
books keep.
I did have them last week. First half under 17.5. That wasn't fun.
Oof, oof. Sorry about that.
Yep.
But yeah, they're moving the ball there. I like the way they're playing. So the books are going to keep laying these. Like they're still like, why are the Jags favored by 6 in this game? Who are the Jags to be favored by 6 against anybody at this point? They're fucking
This should be
awful.
our new catchphrase. Who the fuck are the Jags to be laying 6 at home?
Yeah, who the fuck are fill in the blank?
Yeah.
Like that's it. So yeah, give me Carolina.
Yep. Me too.
On to the 4 o'clock slate. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers, my Pittsburgh Steelers at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks -3.5, total 41. Man, I just don't know what to make of this one. I really like the way Mason Rudolph looked last week, but I've also seen a lot of Mason Rudolph football, and that was kind of the anomaly. So I'm not sure how much of this is that he just magically figured out, or it was just a great time for him against a really terrible Cincinnati defense. So I like Tomlin in these spots usually. As a dog, he's very good. Obviously, 60-some% against the spread. He wins a lot of these games outright. Seattle has been playing kind of slappy lately. So my gut says Pittsburgh 3.5, but don't love it enough to bet it. So gonna just sit this one out.
If it gets to 4, you taking it?
Yeah, if it hits 4, but I can't imagine people are going to jump on Seattle in this game to get that to 4. But hey, if they do, I'll hit the Steelers at 4.
I've got some good news and good news. Would you like to hear both? Of course you do,
Yeah, oh yeah,
because we're friends.
yeah.
Whoever wins this game means I hit my team win over for the year. So both teams are at 8 right now, right? Pittsburgh
Yeah.
wins, I win. If Seattle wins, I win. If they tie, I'll be fucking pissed.
Oh
But
my God, dude, that would be the worst fucking thing to happen.
watch it happen because I just said it's going to happen now. I think Pittsburgh, and here's why I want Pittsburgh, because they know this game against Seattle is winnable. They have Baltimore next week. Is Baltimore going to need the game? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Steelers will be fully motivated, but I just don't know how good they are is the thing. And both teams need to win. But yeah, I will hit my team total as well. And same if the Packers beat the Vikes against a rookie quarterback, then I'll hit that one too. So it'd be nice to hit both of the Steelers and the other total or Packers total in the same week. That'd be sick.
I think Seattle next week. I should probably pull this up instead of trying to guess here. I think Seattle has Arizona next week. or someone really stinky.
Oh,
So I can,
yeah,
if I don't win tomorrow with Seattle or then or Sunday,
yeah.
then I can possibly pull that out of my ass on the last game of the year. Let me just pull that up for 3 seconds here. That is going to be Seattle has at Arizona. I'm right. And the Jets are going to score.
Wow,
Well,
nice.
good thing I did not take under.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to figure out a way to take the under on like an alt line, and I couldn't find anything to work with it. So I'm glad. Um, yeah. So I'm on to the next game, right?
Yes, sir.
The Cincinnati Bengals at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs minus 6.5, total 44.
Mm.
That was the part of my teaser. The first leg here was Kansas City. I teased them down to 1 when they were at 7, with the Green Bay Packers up to 7.5. So Kansas City to -1, Green Bay to +7.5. Currently, we're sitting here. We're looking at a Chiefs minus 6.5. So, um, although I don't usually do a lot of Wong teasers, I am kind of convinced, or non-Wong teasers. I am kind of convinced that 6 is such a key number now that teasing from 6.5 to a half is actually a decent play, more so than it has been in the past. Um, so I would say, basically, I say that to say this: Kansas City is still a good teaser leg for me with a 6-point tease. So go nuts. There's plenty of things to pair them with.
I'm really looking at this under because here's why. KC has gone under at home against Cincinnati 8 out of 9 their last games. That includes Joe Burrow, by the way. Kansas City has gone under 5 out of the last 5 at home. They also, Cincinnati has gone under. That's why I said 8 out of 9 at home. Mahomes, 35, 22, and 1 to the under at home for a large sample size. 15 and 3 to the under at home the last 2 seasons. This offense is broken. Much
Yeah.
like your butthole, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah,
I
the
think
difference is my butthole wasn't broken just this year.
no, that Behind has been busted since 1999. Who's kidding who? Meow.
Uh,
Yeah, with also then of course Jamar Chase, he practiced today. I have my fantasy team, so I'm kind of hoping he plays. So again, Kansas City's got great secondary. What do they suck at? The run. What does Cincinnati not do well? Run. So
right.
this is an unstoppable force meets an immovable object kind of thing here. So I think 44. I don't know if there's going to be any kind of weather going on, but I think 44. I can't believe I'm saying, but 44 for a Kansas City team. I'm really looking at that, taking at that that under. Excuse me.
Yeah. How crazy of a year is this when you're thinking about under 44 in a Chiefs game? A Chiefs Bengals game too. Wow.
Right?
Yeah. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Denver Broncos. Broncos laying 3.5, total of 37. Russell Wilson has been benched. You were mentioning before that a certain trio of what's the word? Artards. We're saying
We're censoring ourselves now.
the they're saying that the Denver Broncos hated Russell Wilson, I guess, and are going to be motivated now that she's gone. I don't I don't know. Like, I understand he's not a popular guy, but I would almost feel like if you were a player and you're like, oh my God, he signed a contract with this team, and then they're benching him because they're trying to like not want to pay him. Like, doesn't that kind of make you go a little like, oh, that's kind of fucked up? I don't know why that would just the team would just be motivated all of a sudden because of Jared Stidham. I'm not betting this game, but I do lean Chargers getting the hook at least. I don't know why Denver's all of a sudden going to be good now. Is it Russell Wilson's fault that the offensive line and defensive line are just an embarrassment? Like, I don't know. So yeah, I lean Chargers.
Sleeper. I can't believe I'm saying sleeper in this guy's name right next to it. Austin Eckler. Sleeper.
Yeah, I know, right?
The guy was a knockout. $6,700. Look, Denver has allowed the second most fantasy points to running backs this year. He also is a local kid, grew up in Colorado. He has 15.8 PPR in 7 out of his last 8. He had 21 PPR week 14, excuse me. He had 11.6 last week. But I have the Denver money line, and I let those cards talk me into it as well. Here's why. Chargers are 2-5 their last 7. Easton Stick, he was benefit. Oh my God, he almost
Oh,
made me
so
some money.
close.
There was it right then
And,
and
I, and
there
I'm
with pick.
and I'm thinking pick six too because I have the Jets defensive touchdown. If he gets, oh man, that was close.
What was I saying? Okay. Broncos. Here we are. Sorry, I lost my spot. They beat the hell out of the Chargers. 9-1 straight up their last 10 when playing home against the Chargers. And that was with I'm blanking. Herbert. Easton Stick was lucky to get those points. And what happened when because they fumbled the ball all those times in the Bills fumbled in their own zone 3 times. What happened? They converted all of them to field goals. They couldn't drive. So the fact that game was close is because Buffalo couldn't hold on to the goddamn ball. Chargers 1-6 their last 7, 3-6, I guess like I said, against the spread against Denver, 6-14 straight up against Denver, 1-9 in Denver. Easton Stick is not good. I don't like that at all. What I do like though, I also like oh God, what's his first name? Everett, the tight end for the Chargers. He is a catch magnet. He's averaging like 6, something crazy. Let me pull up my text to all you fellas here. It was 5 for 41, 7 for 42 with Stick as his quarterback. So Everett, the tight end, grab him for some props. If it's anything below 40 yards as a marker, around 5 catches, I think that's going to be the way to make a few more bucks. But I'm on the Denver money line. I think they can just handle the Chargers at home, just win outright, and we're good.
I don't know. I don't hate that. It feels like a field goal game, and the home team getting the 3 makes more sense. But with the hook, I would lean Chargers. But the Sunday Night Football, there's no Monday night, so this is actually the last game of the week. Flacco, I'm bloodthirsty for a defensive touchdown. Every time I see someone slip, I'm like, oh, here it is. Sunday Night Football, the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings -1 total, 43.5.
What was that total?
Packers 43.5.
Oh my God, I bought in way too high. I have over 47. I got it. Wow, I locked in the other night.
Let me just double check because I could have written that down incorrectly. So let's make sure that that's not what happened. Because when I'm writing all these lines down, I could fuck up.
Okay, I'll give you some numbers.
Yeah, 44.5 now. 44.5.
I lost 2.5 points of value. The total Green Bay total has gone over 5 out of their last 5. That's good news. Now they're playing the Vikings defense, not so staunch as staunch. Is that a word? Staunch as before. Staunch as before. I bought in way too high. I also, like I said, teased it down to 39 with Dallas over 46.5. So that may be here goes Njoku again. My God, can he go the whole way?
That would cash me a big bet if he did.
Well, we're getting there. All he needs is that touchdown, baby, and it's good. It's golden. So I'm over. I don't feel confident about it at all. So hopefully, just bad things happen. But there are a lot of.
Sorry, did this dipshit hitman really just give out a Njoku under 55.5 prop to us 10 minutes before kickoff? I'm pretty sure, dude. I have, and then this guy has already just bashed it in the first quarter. And he also gave out Flacco under pass yards right before we went on air. Yeah, Joe Flacco under 234.5.
He has 113 yards already.
David Njoku under 5.5 receptions. Who scored?
Kareem Hunt.
Hey, I had Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. Booyah, bitches.
Nice.
All right, Yahtzee.
There you go. So yeah, I have the over. I also, like I said, have the Packers tease to +7.5 with Kansas City. So that's gonna wrap it up for me over here. What about you?
Yeah, same. I got nothing else. I can go through the picks now. I have the Giants +6.5, the Panthers +6, teasers Cleveland and Dallas, 6-point teasers, and Kansas City and Green Bay. I'm not going to give you the numbers because that's just annoying at this point. We have the Cowboys team total over 28.5. And my props were all Thursday night props at the moment. Joe Flacco over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Tyler Conklin over 3.5 receptions. Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. Cha-ching. Cleveland Browns defense touchdown. Jets defense touchdown. But that's all I got for this week. What do you have?
Cleveland -1.5, tees with Dallas minus half a point. Green Bay over 47. Cleveland -1.5, tees with Kansas City -1. Green Bay over, tees with Dallas over 46.5. Green Bay to over 39. Green Bay +7.5, tees with Kansas City -1. I'm gonna put in the Colts team total over. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna look at it. Philly, Buffalo, San Fran, Cleveland, KC money line parlay. Flacco to throw a pick. I guess I wrote this twice like a dumbass. Yeah, that money line parlay: KC, Philly, San Fran, Buffalo, Cleveland +151. Goff to throw an interception. Dallas TTO team total over 28.5. Denver money line. I'm going to put Everett receptions in there. I'm going to put San Fran team total over on the alt line because I don't want to lay 30.5. Saints teased at +8.5. Rams +0.5. Carolina +6. Chiefs under 44. I'm going to put that in as well. Rams money line. I'm going to put that in. And Chicago Bears. If it gets below 3, I'll take the spread. If not, I'm going to go money line on the Bears.
Speaking of those Bears, one more play. I did do that parlay with the Bears and the Bucks, both home home favorites, short home favorites, money line parlay.
What's that pay out?
I believe it's 2 plus 2 something.
Okay.
284 plus 284. Is that what it was? Let's just get that. That is plus 183. Yeah, I knew there's an 8 in there. I'll take it.
All right. Well, kids, it's been fun. This is the last week for fantasy. Good luck to every one of you except Matt Lejeski, who I'm playing in the fucking fantasy Super Bowl.
Oh, former co-host of the show.
Yeah, so he can go to hell for this week.
Yeah.
Other than that, kids, good luck, and we'll see you at the window.